Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Stacy Scott, and I'm here with Graham Wickham, President and CEO of Wickham Financial and Insurance Services, and we're back with you with our weekly wrap-up. Graham, what can you tell us about what happened in the market this past week?
Yeah, Stacy, I think we continued that roller coaster ride. You know, one minute we're up, the next minute we're selling off, and everyone changes their mind again. I think until we get some real clarity, a blink, if you might, a pause by the Fed, you know, I think this market's going to continue to have this ebb and flow, this kind of sporadic rallies and then sell-offs. You know, the Fed raised Fed funds rate by 75 basis points last week. So we saw a rally, then we saw a sell-off, and then Friday we kind of rallied again. So we saw basically all three of the major indices down. So we saw the NASDAQ off about 5.5%. We saw the S&P off about 3%. We saw the Russell 2000 small cap actually down the least 2.5%. You know, again, some areas, the same criminals, if you might, that kind of led the drop. We saw technology continue to get hit quite hard. Tech-heavy NASDAQ, that area. We saw consumer discretionary down as well as telecom. You know, some areas that we really saw bounce, oil and gas. We really saw that up about 5% last week. You know, again, I think it's going to all circle back to seeing negative news that will give us a positive optimism that maybe the Fed can blink and pause, that they don't have to keep their foot on the gas with rising rates. But we didn't necessarily get that. We had a strong jobs report last week, up 239,000. But we did see the unemployment rate tick up a bit to 3.7% from 3.5%. So you're getting some of it. It's just not there enough yet. Right now, internationally, wow, there's just a world of pain over there. They have inflation in Europe at 10.7% reported. England went ahead and raised interest rates again, 75 basis points, and looking for a deeper recession. Australia increased about 25 basis points. So maybe less than what was anticipated, but they were very clear saying, listen, they might go lower for longer. Just because they got stubbornly high inflation. If we think about China, you know, we're seeing that COVID shutdown continue over in China. So we saw manufacturing and service sector really move down over there, which I think is not just affecting them, but it's also affecting, I think, the world in general.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, you know, with tomorrow being election day here stateside, what does that midterm election historically mean for our markets?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We usually get a lot of questions from our clients, or right. You know, we get a lot of questions on the different venues that we report on. But yeah, it's pretty well documented. If you looked at 17 of the last 19 midterm election periods since 1946, you know, the market performed quite a bit better 6 months after, meaning up. Compared to before. And think about it this way, the market just wants to know, right? So when the market has clarity, most importantly, it feels like there's some sort of gridlock. If you look at those stats, the markets do the best. So as long as the market has clarity, maybe there's some gridlock, no one side can make a decision one way or another. You know, I think the markets end up doing quite well. And also, Stacy, this is a very strong period in the market. A lot of tailwinds right now during this period. We talk about the Santa Claus rally, the end of the year window dressing, first of the year investments all the way through tax time. So that coupled with midterm, I think is probably just going to lead us into the holidays for a continued move up in the market until maybe we get some sort of pause, so on and so forth.
Okay, great. Let's hope history repeats itself.
Let's hope so.
Well, you know, I'm going to win the Powerball tonight, Graham. So
great.
Yeah, I'm a shoe-in. So what would you suggest I do first?
Well, first off, and congratulations, by the way.
Thank
I want
you.
to be the first to congratulate you. First off, you need to come into the office, yes.
Okay.
And divide this up among your team members. Because remember, listen, we're a tribe, we're a team here.
Right.
So it's important to divide your winnings up. I think it's going to make you feel a lot better.
I think you're probably right. You're probably right. Thanks for that. Okay, and thank you to all of our viewers for joining us today, and thanks, Graham, for that information. And we will look forward to seeing everybody next Monday for our weekly wrap up. We hope everybody has a fantastic week and great weekend. We'll see you then. Take care.
Take care.